Welcome back to the Transport Bandits. I'm Cheryl.
I'm Jeff, or Mr. Dimples, for you biker types.
And where are we today?
Right now we're in British Columbia, but I'm only 10 feet from the Yukon. All right, the Yukon sign is right there.
Take a look.
And just in seconds, we're going to be rolling into the Yukon. And then we'll be in the Yukon for the rest of the day.
Yes, we will.
And I'm going to look for Cornelius.
Cornelius? Yukon Cornelius?
For those of you that know, you know.
Well, on this video, we are going to travel up the Yukon, and we might... No, we won't make it to Alaska today. Nope, too many miles ahead of us.
We could, but we're not going to. Hey, Cheryl, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll see a beaver in the Yukon as big as the beaver we saw back there?
If you didn't see the world's largest beaver, check this video out.
Yeah.
It's the world's largest beaver.
Yeah, do you think we'll see a beaver that large in the Yukon?
I don't think so.
Come on, it's the Yukon. They got to have some big beavers up there.
They might. Well, in any case, if this is the first time that you've ever watched the Transport Bandits, we work with Synergy RV Transport, and we are hauling a 27-foot toy hauler all the way to Anchorage, and we're going up the Alaska Highway.
We are.
Check out the last videos if you haven't caught up with us so far. Yesterday was amazing.
Yeah.
We traveled from mile 0 of the Alaska Highway at Dawson Creek, British Columbia, and made it to the border of the Yukon.
You know, yesterday we saw moose, we saw bears, we saw buffalo.
Lots of bison.
Did we see the big beaver yesterday?
No, that was the day before.
All right, so we didn't see any big beavers yet.
We are starting the day here at the Yukon border. We don't know where we're going to make it today. We are going to travel the second part of the Alaska Highway and get to wherever we're going to get to. We are stopping at Watson Lake to the Signpost Forest. We will probably put our Transport Bandit front plate, if you've seen that in all of our previous videos. We may leave that there. Here is our traveling companion, Mr. Bones. Let's take a look at Mr. Bones. He's in the Yukon. Okay, Jeff, what mile are we at for the Yukon? How many miles have we been traveling the Alaska Highway, which started in Dawson Creek, British Columbia? The Alaska Highway is approximately 1,300 and some miles to travel the whole thing. We will make the talk cutoff after we get into Alaska, so we won't be traveling the full length of the Alaska Highway.
No, we're 597 miles right now.
So about 600 miles into the Alaska Highway, you will enter the Yukon for good. All right, let's go to Watson Lake. Okay, this is the very first Yukon sign that you'll come to. This is not the actual, like, once we're really in the Yukon sign, because we will cross on the border of BC and Yukon. We cross into Yukon like 6 times before we are dedicatedly into the Yukon. We have spotted another black bear. First thing this morning. We've only been on the road like 5 minutes. It is raining, and it is 38 degrees outside, middle of May. And we have our welcome to the Yukon sign. I'm really sad a little bit that as we come into Watson Lake, it is only 39 degrees outside and it's raining. So it's not an ideal condition, but yesterday was absolutely gorgeous. The scenery that we took in yesterday's video from Dawson Creek to the Yukon is amazing. This is how you get gas in the Yukon. You just got the the fuel pumps there and the tanks. Everything is very desolate up here. It's very rough, rugged. You can go hundreds of miles like we did yesterday without having any type of service. But we are going to head on to the Watson Lake Signpost Forest. And diesel is $1.94 a liter in Watson Lake. Here, coming up on the Watson Lake world famous Signpost Forest. Look at this, check this out. There are signs of people who have traveled the Alaska Highway from all over the world. You've all seen it in all the videos before. Our Transport Bandits plate is coming off. We will get us a new one when we get back to the States. Look at all these signs. So we are putting it up on the tree right here at the picnic table at the Watson Lake Signpost Forest. We're going to put it actually on a piece of the forest.
Yeah, so if you guys come up here, come over to this picnic table. You can have lunch with the Transport Bandits.
There's the picnic table. I don't know if we'll ever find it again. But if you see the big Troy, Tennessee, nice people live here sign, we're on the tree right there. This is crazy here. The signs go on forever and ever. We would never find our old sign that we put up here, because they add new poles, I think, every year for people to put signs on. Well, are we on? There we go.
We got a great spot on an actual tree right by the picnic table.
There we go. God, I found our sign that we left here in 2005. It's right here. That's our sign that we left back in 2005. I hand painted it, but it hasn't weathered very well, but better than some. And there it is from Mountain City, Tennessee, 2005. That's our sign that we left here in 2005. It originally had our camper hand painted on it and a lake scene here, but the camper part has peeled off. Okay, so goodbye to the Watson Lake Signpost Forest. You can see how big it is. Little store, that's all you need. We just passed the sign that says the next fuel is in 250 kilometers. We have 304 miles in our factory tank left until empty. We don't know how much exactly we have left in our auxiliary tank.
I just turned it on.
So if you're coming up this way, make sure you've got fuel at Watson Lake or Junction City, which we just passed there. Because it's going to be a long stretch to your next fuel stop. And keep in mind, we had no signal, cell phone signal, or Wi-Fi signal, or anything all day yesterday. And we just got a blip of a signal back at Watson Lake. So, no posting, no responding, no social media. It's just enjoying the highway, unplugged. And it's snowing. I know you guys can't see it well in the video. We have a large mountain over here. We just saw a sign, a digital sign that said icy conditions with rough road coming up. Okay, we are at the Continental Divide in Yukon Territory. We should have beautiful views of the Cassiar Mountains. only about 50 or 60 miles east of Teslin on the Alaska Highway. You know, we have no services here whatsoever, but it has stopped snowing. Oh, there's some frost heaves right there. So we're looking and hoping that the snow will have stopped for the day and sun will come out. We have caribou on the side of the road, right there. There we do, we have caribou right there. We got caribou. Getting closer to the North Pole now. What do you expect? Hey, Mr. Caribou! How about that? We saw a caribou! Sections of the Alaska Highway is gravel. We've hit a gravel section right here. We've got a coyote right there. Village of Teslin coming up. Coming into Teslin, we have the longest span bridge across the Yukon River. This is the longest span bridge on the Alaska Highway. It is crossing the Suitland Bay. Metal Grate Bridge. We got snow again. Coming into the community of Marsh Lake. The road's a little bumpy with frost heaves. Very skinny bridge with a big truck on one side.
I don't like passing these trucks on these skinny bridges.
All right, we are about to come into Whitehorse, capital of the Yukon. And as we come into Whitehorse, the way station is open. This is one of the first open way stations we've encountered on the Alaska Highway. The Yukon Beringa Interpretive Center. That is a museum of the Ice Age in the Yukon, so you can see your woolly mammoths. There's some right there. This is the largest wind vane in the world.
We stopped there at Walmart in Whitehorse. I can tell we're getting further north. I'm closer to the North Pole, you know, where the elves live. Because look, they got a whole display of nothing but maple syrup. We all know maple syrup is a staple of an elf.
Okay, we're on our way out of Whitehorse, headed towards Haines Junction on the Alaska Highway. It's turned out to be a much prettier day now, a little bit in the afternoon, about 5 o'clock.
Hey guys, I was going to tell you about the Alaska Highway a little bit. It's in super great shape. I mean, we came up here 17 years ago and we had to use four-wheel drive for about 60 miles. But now, it's a great road all the way. Don't sweat it. Come on up.
Even though I showed you some parts where it looked like it was gravel or chip seal, or we had a few frost heaves, it's not bad at all. And you know, that was just a little bit of construction through there, so you will hit patches of construction, but for the most part, this road is fantastic.
Yeah, the roads in Michigan are worse.
You got that right.
Yeah, and when you get up here in the Yukon and up, it's really strange. You really can't tell what time of day it is by the sun, because the sun's just always in the same spot over there.
Like way, it's like way low in the sky.
Yeah.
Because it's 5 o'clock now, but it kind of looks like 3:30 outside.
Yeah. And the sun will be over there in that same spot for the next 6 hours.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy because it'll stay light until really light, even though it's May. And in June, the sun stays out like all the way till midnight up at Fairbanks anyway.
Yeah, then it just barely dips down and then comes right back up.
Yep.
Here, now we've only got about 3 hours of nighttime now.
But it is a gorgeous drive. I'm so glad that we are doing it. So thankful that we were able to grab a load going from Goshen to Anchorage. Now, we could have done this in a lot less time. We believe that it will take us at least a week and deliver on the 8th day.
I think it's going to take us 8 days to get there and get it delivered. But come on, guys, we're the bandits, you know?
We are having the fun side of RV transport.
I've been pulling off the road and playing with bears and looking at moose and messing with reindeer and all kind of stuff. You know, we've been having fun.
The caribou was amazing, don't you think?
Yeah, you know, we've been stopping in little places and stuff like that. You know, of course, we had to stop at Toad River.
And we had to stop at Watson Lake to look for our sign.
Yeah. I mean, Toad River, you have to stop at a place called Toad River.
Toad River. Sorry.
You know, when we stopped there, like at Toad River, it took Cheryl 3 hours to pick out a shirt.
That was on the last video. Check it out.
All that takes time, you know.
Yeah, we're just having fun. This is not a hot load, so it doesn't have to get there when it says that it's supposed to get there. So we're just enjoying ourselves on the trip up here on the Alaska Highway.
It ain't going to get there in the suggested delivery date.
No, I think it's supposed to be delivered tomorrow. We'll be like a day and a half behind.
But
that's not bad. We got shut down because of wind in Montana.
We did get shut down today because of wind.
Wow, wait a minute. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? Just absolutely stunning, gorgeous. Sorry about that. Just wanted to show you the scenery that we were looking at while we're talking.
And eating.
And it's sunny now. We've run through snow this morning. It's sunny and 46 now, although you can go outside without a coat on because it feels different up here at 46 degrees than it does in the lower 48.
It does.
And it looks like we may be headed back into some more weather. So let's get on down the Alaska Highway. We're going to head towards Haines Junction, and we may make it to Destruction Bay.
And you know, you never know what we're going to see coming down through there. If we see a bear, we're going to stop. That takes time. If we see a reindeer, we're going to stop. That takes time.
It's actually not a reindeer. It is a caribou, and there is a difference we have found out.
There is, but you know what? I call it reindeer anyway.
It's a reindeer. We're near the North Pole. There's actually a town called the North Pole. We're not going there on this trip because it's up closer to Fairbanks, and we're not going all the way up to Fairbanks. We will cut down at Tok, Alaska. We will cut down Highway 2 or something like that to going down towards Anchorage.
They know we're getting close.
Take a look at this.
They know we're getting close to the North Pole. I told them we were getting close to the North Pole. They've seen the syrup display. Elves love syrup.
This is amazing scenery. It's just jaw-dropping the whole way.
When we're coming up here, we look down the road on each side of the highway. And if you see a little black dot up ahead, that's probably a bear. Or if you see a dark brown dot, that's probably a grizzly bear. Or whatever the dot might be.
See a large brown dot, it's bison.
Yeah. You know, if it's different from what the rest of the stuff looks around it, it's probably something.
Okay, let's get on down the highway. And if you didn't see the video before this one, and this is the first time you're seeing any part of our Alaska videos, I'm using the Milepost, which is a fantastic book and will tell you mile by mile, down to the 10th of a mile, that there's a sign on the left side of the street. There's a beaver lodge at 303.9 from Dawson Creek, that there's a store or a gas station coming up. This is the greatest book you can have while traveling the Alaska Highway. I'll leave a link in the description below if you'd like to order your own. We just passed the sign that we need to be on the lookout for elk for the next 20 kilometers. We have wild horses here on the roads. There's another wild horse. Wow, we just passed some beautiful wild horses on the road. I only got my camera out in time to take a picture of one or two of them. There was about maybe eight or nine, but that was pretty amazing. And we have sunshine again. This is Otter Falls truck stop. Look at that. Alright, we're coming up on Haines Junction. And it's gorgeous. Alright, here we are at Haines Junction. Don't forget to turn right. Up here at Haines Junction to continue the Alaska Highway. If you go straight, it'll take you down to Haines, Alaska. And you're looking at a glacier. And this is where we will turn at Haines Junction. Alright, you guys, that's the glacier. Let's head to Destruction Bay. Okay, I believe that we are coming up on Destruction Bay now. It is phenomenal. Mr. Bones can't believe the sights he's seen today.
There's only one problem with that. You know what it is?
What's that?
Mr. Bones doesn't care about the sightseeing.
Mr. Bones. Yeah, look at him. He doesn't care. You know why? He's dead. We have sheep on the mountain. Let me see if we can get you some pictures of that. I see several up there. We'll try and zoom in.
Camera.
Alright, now you can see one is right there, and there are several up here. Jeff's getting some photographs with the bigger camera. This has been amazing.
Hey guys, an update on the sun. 7:30. The sun is basically in the same spot in the sky as it was at 3 o'clock today.
It is. Yeah, it doesn't get dark for a while now, but the sun is always over there, so it always looks like late afternoon. But it's gorgeous outside, and we just saw some more mountain goats, so here's the pics of those. And it's just amazing.
And we saw the beautiful lake.
That is an amazing lake. That is Destruction Bay around Kluane Lake, however you say that.
It's completely frozen over.
And I can't believe what I'm looking at now. I mean, our jaws have been dropped all day long. Take a look at this. Paul Groth out here at Destruction Bay. We just met up with him, and we are camping here or staying here in our truck overnight.
And we're gonna go have a beer on Mike.
Awesome. Mike's buying. We just met him down at Whitehorse. And this is the most awesome rest stop ever, because we meet the most awesome people ever.
It's true. It's true.
All right.
Charlie's a great guy. He owns a place. He's good friends with a lot of my friends in Haines, and I get free breakfast once in a while.
Everybody you meet on the highway, on the Alaskan, the Alcan, are great people.
They are. Every single person we've met, every place we've stopped has been wonderful. All right, let's go grab that beer.
Copper nugget.
Look at this jade inside this store.
Big old hunk of silver there, I guess. Look at them hogs.
Look at that copper nugget.
Nice.
Compared to my hand.
What is that like?
That's awesome. And this is Tiny Mike. Look at the resemblance. It's awesome.
Same look.
Hey, thanks for watching Transport Bandits. If you liked what you saw today, press that like button, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Oh, that midnight sun thing.
Yeah,
that's
it's
real.
here.
that 3:30, 8:30 sun thing is right in my eyes.
Yeah, it was 7:34, now it's 8:30. Sun's in the same place.
It's awesome. We are going to call it an evening right here.
Yep.
We've got the truck all set up, and we are with our friends Paul and Tiny Mike from Haines, Alaska, and Paul lives here in the Yukon.
So, in the morning when you see us, the sun will be in the same place.
Yeah. All right, let's call it an evening. Transport Bandits
Out.
By the way, it's 12:30 a.m. This is how light it is outside.